My name is Disa, and I am the author and the creator of Disa the Dream Digger, which all started as a children's book that I wrote back in 2014, but has now grown into something a little bit bigger. The story behind my brand has a special place in my heart, and I would like to share that story with you in this video. I'm going to tell you how I turned my pain into passion. Growing up, I believe I was a happy child, but school was not easy for me. I was a big girl, the biggest girl in the class, and possibly the whole school. And for that reason, I was an easy target for bullies. I remember constantly wishing I was invisible, because that way nobody could see me, and therefore not pick on me. I would freeze when the bullies would approach me. I acted like I did not see them or hear their hurtful words, and each time I would just wait for it to pass. I will not go into details, but I felt absolutely worthless. At that time, there was little to no awareness about bullying, and I never complained to my parents or my teachers. I kept all the pain to myself. To cope with this, I would escape from my reality into my imagination, daydreaming about my bright future. I had big dreams, and when I would share those dreams with people in my life, mostly adults, they would say things like, "Do you really believe that? You need to be realistic, Saidis. Come back down to earth from the clouds. You are such a dreamer." And at that time, that hurt my feelings, because I was a sensitive child, and I was sharing my vision and my hopes for a better future. And so my innocent little mind thought, they don't believe in me. But I turned their doubt into a challenge. I remember thinking, I will prove them wrong. I never really allowed anyone to kill my dreams. And as I got older, I learned to keep my dreams and goals to myself, and I would only show people my results. That way, nobody could discourage me and my vision along the way. I did not realize how much all of this affected my life growing up until I could no longer escape those feelings. I kept on saying to myself through the years things like, I don't remember my childhood. But it wasn't until I started having children on my own that those memories would come back to me. My children definitely reconnected me to my inner child, and I felt forced to face my past. When I wrote my first book back in 2014, it was the beginning of my healing journey. I needed to heal my inner child. At that time, I had 2 children. Now I have 3. And my oldest son, who was 4 years old at the time, reminded me of how I was as a child. He was like me, sensitive, and had a hard time standing up for himself. I knew at that point that I wanted to create a character that would help kids like him believe in themselves and their dreams. Since Disa was created, she has been a big part of my children's life. My boys know what Disa stands for. And when they have been faced with challenges, they will say things like, "Disa believes in me." And sometimes I will ask them things like, "What would Disa do in this situation?" And from there, we would resolve many challenges with kindness, just like Disa would. And what's even more beautiful about this story for my boys is that they are a big part of the story. They are Disa's best friend. They are the Spider Brothers, Manny, Danny, and Sammy. Yeah, I'm Disa, my 10-year-old inner child who wants to help children not feel what I felt growing up. What I realize now is that I created Disa to help me heal my pain. But not only that, I wanted to turn my pain into passion. My passion and mission with Disa is to give children the loving space to dream big, feel worthy, feel heard, seen, and loved. It has been 8 years since I wrote that first book, and in the past 8 years, I've been healing myself and growing my brand. We have been producing videos for our YouTube channel for a few years, which has now reached over 500,000 subscribers, which we are really proud of. We love making videos, and I'm so grateful to be able to work and create these memories with my family. Through the years, we have been to children's birthday parties and gone on adventures to make our videos. We opened our website last year where we sell our products, such as the Disa plushie, hoodies, socks, towels, blankets, and much more. We even bought an old warehouse last year that we are slowly restoring. My family and friends have been very supportive, and they have helped me build my dream. I am very grateful for their help. It's like they say, teamwork makes the dream work. And this year, I finally released my second children's book, and my youngest son was so happy to finally be part of the story. Because when I wrote the first book, he was not born yet. And so for the last few years, we have been reading the first book, and he was always so sad to not be included in the story. So that was a big moment for him when that book came out. I hope my story can maybe encourage someone out there to turn their wounds into wisdom, share their stories, and realize that there is light at the end of the tunnel. I know that my younger self is so proud of how I turned our pain into a passion.